ChavezzSlovakia, more entitled parents. Doing the things that entitled parents do best. Take care of their children first and make your lives more difficult in the process. You guys said that the parents should get that belt. They put like a whipping noise in there. Can we do that now? Is Jacksepticeye still too big for anybody to ever use whipping noises again without doing that? Because that's fucking funny. Let's do it, man. Let's get this shit. Entitled parents, I fucking love these. I'm having Skitten react to a couple of them with me now, and she's also feeling the rage, and yet the satisfaction of that some of these stories give at the end. And I'm addicted, so we're just gonna keep it pushing.
So my boy can have her toy. Edited into
Wake up your
Sorry
child.
For the initial text block, guys. Note, I'm German, so this is translated. This also happened a month back, and I'm recalling the events. Long story, bear with me, you will be shaking your heads.
I'm down.
I'm a 21-year-old female babysitter, and I have this girl, let's call her Mia.
We will.
Whom I watch at least once a week, plus whenever their parents ask me to help out. Mia is 8 now, and I started babysitting her when she was 4 months. Yes, I was 14 at the time. The family is great, and Mia is a really easy kid. We are like sisters.
Cute.
I never rose my rate,
Cute.
so keep in mind that I have been working for about $1.70 per hour for roughly 8 years, and could expect a $24 gift card for both my birthday and Christmas.
I never once in my life babysat for that cheap, so shouts out to you.
I'm a babysitter for fun, not for money, and I'm true to that.
Oh,
what
okay.
I earn just about covers expenses. I have an actual job that's paying for my life after all. When Mia is with me for an entire Saturday, we go on day trips. She loves shopping and sightseeing, so I mostly take her around to bigger cities. This is where this story starts. We are on the bus on an hour drive to the next bigger city. Taking the car meant stress for me, as I don't like driving and the train was more expensive, though both would have been a 30 to 40 minute ride. Mia and I like to go by bus. This private bus company has perks. On this particular day, I paid $12 for a return ticket. Mia, being under 10 years old, went for free.
Good.
Plus, they wait for you on the way back, but causing delays results in fees. Anyway, we are on the bus, and per usual, I brought my old Nintendo DSi for her to play with. I can do whatever. She plays happily. It's a win. Until this entitled mom, EM, and her 10-year-old boy come along. They take the seats right behind ours. No problem, right? Wrong. It doesn't take long for the boy to notice the console and the racing game Mia was somewhat fixed on. Boy to EM.
Mom, I want to play.
Please
EM.
don't.
Well, go ahead.
What do you mean?
Thought he would get our attention and ask nicely. No, the boy jumps up from his seat, reaches over Mia's lean, and tries to snatch the game from above. He gets hold of it for a moment, but the hand strap stops him. I made sure Mia's wrist was fine and the game not broken from the rough move. Then I turn around, stopping the boy from another attempt.
What?
Hey, young man, that wasn't nice. EM.
He just wants to play. Let him play, too.
Excuse you?
Teach your child to ask properly, and I will consider.
And I will consider. I love how that translates, like so direct.
Don't tell me how to parent, kid.
Ooh.
Boy.
Mom, I want that game.
EM.
In a minute, sweetie.
In a minute.
No, it's not yours, and I'm asking you to leave us alone.
No, she told it. No, kid, you're
I
not
sit
finna
back
get that
down,
shit.
hoping to have heard the end of it. Way wrong. Mia's seat shakes a few times. The boy is kicking her seat. She asks him to stop. He continues. I warned the mom I would tell the drivers. There are always 2 on one bus just in case. EM.
He is bored. Give him the game and he will stop.
I immediately get up, quickly help Mia change into another row, then go to the front and explain the situation when I hear Mia yelling.
Oh
Mia.
my God.
Bus driver 2 comes to our rescue,
Oh my
practically
God.
pushed the woman and her son into the last row, asking us to take seats up front to separate us as far as possible.
This
EM was
cannot
advised to
continue.
use some common sense that this was not her game and thus not hers to decide over. I didn't quite listen anymore, but heard something from the lines of EM.
My son only wanted to try the game. These girls were unfairly rude to him.
I
demand an apology.
I hide my hand and give her the finger. Not that EM could see. Mia snickers. Whoops, my bad. Mia saw, but Mia was already smiling and starting the game again. Fast forward to the end of a successful shopping spree. We were signed for the last bus back, 7 p.m. departure and 10 minutes early. I let Mia choose the seats as per usual, pretty much up front.
Oh, no.
There were 2 other couples waiting already and third arriving with us. All seemed fine until the driver, I noticed it were the same drivers again, announced we couldn't leave. 2 people were missing, but they would call them to either hurry to the bus or decline their seats. It would just be a few more minutes.
you know
or
who
not.
it is.
We had to wait for them. Company policy. 7:35 p.m. My nightmare comes true. EM and son walk up to the bus, not hurrying at all, ice cream cones in hand. No messy food on the bus. They have to finish outside.
Oh my
Again, not hurrying
God.
in any way. 7:45 p.m. Head count. We can finally drive back. Everyone on board is annoyed by the delay. EM and son probably took the seats in the other aisle, yet right behind us on purpose, but I wasn't going to say anything yet. Lesson learned, I hope. Bus driver 2 was driving now. Driver 1, D.O., comes up to the mom. D.O., ma'am, sorry to bother you, but you caused a 45-minute delay. And according to our terms and conditions, the company will fine you for that. EM,
Fine me? What? For a few minutes? No
For
way.
45
I was told there would be a ride home waiting for us, and that's it.
D.O., I'm sorry, but you knew that beforehand. It is in our TS and CS. EM,
No one told me that.
Don't have to tell you that.
D.O., you agreed to it, ma'am. The company will mail you everything. I need your ID, please. EM,
No.
D.O., I'm afraid I will have to involve police then. He goes back into his seat. The boy shows up next to me. Boy,
I want that game.
Bitch.
I told
So you punched him in the
you know this morning. It's still no. He pulls a sad face but goes back to his mom. It's semi-dark outside. Mia is lying spread over her seat and my lap. Not that I cared, she was tired and I expected her to fall asleep while playing. And she did, face buried in my jacket that she had folded like a pillow on my lap. I turned the game off, but with the sling on Mia's wrist, I can't put it away. EM suddenly hovers above me.
Oh my
EM,
God.
She's done playing.
Me, so? EM,
My son can play now?
me, no, he
No,
can't. It's my game.
mine.
Come on, just give it to him. He wants it, and you were too old for it anyway.
It's not yours.
Hey, me, I don't care. It's my game. I said no, so please leave me alone now. EM,
What gives you the
I
right?
bought it. That's what gives me the right, is when I spend my money on it.
practically yelling. I'm worried
I
she might
literally
wake
own
me up,
it.
and that I could end up with a cranky, tired child. Me, ma'am, the game is tied to her wrist. I would have to wake her to get it, and in any way. I would be playing then, not your son. It is my game, and if I have to tell you again, I will ask the drivers for help. You know I'll do it. Driver
bitch.
1
I'll
turns
snitch.
around to us, giving her a stern look. I figured he was listening. EM and son moved a few rows back. I thought she was defeated. Again,
Yo, there's
I
no
was
way
wrong.
she
A
comes
few minutes
back.
later, I was occupied with my phone, texting back and forth with a friend. I wasn't paying attention to anything else, but watching Mia didn't fall off the seats whenever she moved. I didn't think much of the tiny hand on my leg at first, since Mia's left arm was somewhere around there. Then Mia shoots up with an eardrum-shattering scream. I nearly dropped my phone in shock. There is the boy right between my legs. He had crawled up under our seats from behind to come up. Probably try to snatch the game. That was his hand on my leg, and Mia had woken up to him staring right into her face mere centimeters away. The driver was cool enough not to cause an accident due to the scream, but stopped the bus as soon as he could. Both drivers were furious. The boy was crying, Ian is screaming at Mia, and I for making him cry. All while I'm unable to grasp the situation for a moment, holding the shaking 8-year-old. A man from the other couples gets up and manages to somehow silence the situation entirely. EM,
This selfish girl scared my baby. She purposely screamed right into his face.
ma'am, why was your son underneath her seat?
Please.
I want this girl off the bus now.
DT, driver 2. Ma'am, please answer the question. Why wasn't your son seated? Ian,
He's a good child. He can do whatever he wants.
boy in tears.
I want the game,
I
Mommy.
want the game.
Ian towards me.
You owe my child that game now, bitch.
I ignored the insult. I had to calm
Yo,
Mia,
Yo!
trying not to explode in anger myself. I was so mad, I wanted to punch something.
do something. Do it.
The boy tried to reach for the game again. I had it with him. Admittedly, I didn't want to push him away as hard as I did, and I know I shouldn't have pushed him back at all, but since he only fell against his mother, I couldn't have cared less. I got up, face bright red, taking deep breaths as to not
Oh my
completely
God,
losing
you're
it.
doing good.
You listen here, kid. Don't you dare to touch us or our game again. Ian,
You hurt my baby.
Bitch.
you better be glad he is underage, ma'am. Otherwise, he would be facing charges now. Multiple attempts to steal my game for starters. quarters, and the way he crawled up beneath us, I could probably make a sexual assault out of that. Also, Child Protective Services would be very interested to learn you even encouraged your son. Yep. Yes, I could have done that with him underage, but let's be honest, he was probably the victim of this woman's miserable parenting.
And that's what I be trying to tell people, so I respect that additive to the story. It makes that shit sound super real. So I try to explain to people that, dude, you do not blame the kids. Do not punish the kids for having bad parents, man. Especially at that age, dude. That's how they gonna be, bro.
Guidance. And I wasn't going to ruin his life more through then and there. I very much wanted to.
Ian, you have no right to talk to me like that. Your brat made my baby cry. You owe him that game now. He deserves it. He is a good kid.
Hey, spoiled kids make spoiled adults who make spoiled kids. That's just how it is.
She wanted to get past me herself now. Behind me, Mia still had the game. I didn't care for the game itself anymore, but she would probably hurt Mia.
She definitely would.
Now, I'm 5'9" and roughly 70 kilograms. I'm one straight noodle, and I really don't look like much. But I'm the only girl on an all-male rugby team. I take on guys bigger and older than her, and Mia knows that. She has seen me play.
Swag.
Do your trick.
I can throw people over out of a stand pretty bad. That's my standard move, but I couldn't do that now. I had already overreacted pushing the boy. Both drivers and the man held the woman back. She was screaming and trashing around, throwing punches and insults all over while demanding I gave her son that game. The two other men came to help taming her. It took a while until she gave in and sat down. Finally, I thought once more we could get home. I had already told Mia's mom that we would be back late due to delay, but nothing more since our departure. So I have Mia huddled over the seats again, shaking but sunken into the game again, and I take my phone out to let her mom know we would be even later. That's when I hear EM whisper into her phone. She is obviously telling police some story about a stolen toy, child abuse, being threatened and cornered by several men, and being too scared to ask for an early drop-off somewhere around. She was absolutely exaggerating and presenting her own twisted version of the story. I ask Mia to let me up, and I go tell the drivers. They looked mortified to say the least and contact police and their office themselves as well. Now, I had to type that out for Mia's mom as short as possible. I didn't want her to freak about police at the drop-off since she was coming to pick us up. Fast forward, 45 minutes later, 8 cops are waiting for us in an ambulance. Mia's mom, who seemed to have introduced herself to police already, along with some elderly man who was there to pick up one of the couples. Mia is happy again, which I was overly thankful for. I was scared dead for this to have some traumatic impact on her. It could have been partly my fault for exploding. She had never really been in trouble, hence had never seen me mad. Mia runs up to her mom. I follow with our shopping bag. EM and son are questioned separately in the ambulance. The rest of us has to answer questions as well. The drivers back us up with the bus surveillance cameras. EM is busted. Both she and her child are banned to ride with the company. She faces charges for a handful of things, encouraging her son to theft, false accusations, and attacking me among them. At home, Mia proudly presented her new fabrics. I have a sewing machine which we work on rainy days, and shirts. All with the shopping money her mom gave her for the day I pay for myself. In the end, I got off with a warning for pushing the boy. EM presses charges that were dropped due to the circumstances. The judge figured I was protecting Mia and my property in a heated situation, and that the boy's prior actions had made it necessary for me to step in. EM was fined for the entire delay she and her son had caused, 1 hour 18 minutes in total, was ordered to accept family assistance, and Child Protective Services were to look over the family situation as well. Mia wasn't affected in any way. Mia's mother was quite understanding and doubled my Christmas gift card. I guess it was somewhat an apology or a thanks. She said it was because I risked charges to protect her daughter and taught her to stand up and be strong. This weekend we went on another trip, boarding the bus heading out. I see a boy in line who looks oddly familiar, but the man at his side doesn't. I forget about it. We drive off. Mia smiles widely as I
What the fuck was that?
Pull the DSI game from my handbag. 2 minutes later, the boy. The fucking boy. Boy.
Give me that.
Me, unsure if it really is him. How do you ask for things that aren't yours, young man? Boy.
I want that game now.
Me. No, sorry. Too rude. Go mind your manners, please. Boy.
Dad, she won't give it to me again.
This bulky man gets up from his seat. To my luck, one of the drivers is driver 2 from the month before. He recognizes the boy and
no, dude.
Young man, I need to see your ID, please. Where is your parent? Father, my son only asked
Oh
to try
my
the game
God.
store. DT, yep, that's why he got banned last month. You have to get off this bus or I'll have to call the police. Father, I bought tickets for this. I have the right to drive.
Boy, it's a whole family of dumbasses.
Police was called straight away. We stopped. The father got arrested for resisting police and fraud. Turns out both he and his son had signed in under fake names. Also, his son was 11 years old by now and needed a ticket, but was signed as 10-year-old and didn't have one. Driver 2 came to me to apologize and see how we were doing. I told him no apology was necessary. I wasn't sure about the boy myself first. I thanked him for resolving the situation immediately. There were a few more kids on the bus this time, and Mia took over the last row with 3 other kids, sharing the game, taking turns. They had no trouble at all the entire ride through, and I exchanged contacts with their parents. We were going to meet up in a funhouse next week. Friends were made. That's how easy it can be. Honestly though, even on the second ride, had the boy asked nicely, I would have left the choice to Mia whether or not she wanted to share. After all, it could have been an opportunity to make a friend, and people deserve second chances if you ask me. But no, they felt like he had the right to have my game because he simply wanted it. He was rude. The parents were worse. I have no bad feelings for getting them kicked off the bus. However, I feel bad for the boy. It wasn't exactly his fault if he didn't know better.
Yeah. It's really not. But ChavezzSlovakia, that was an amazing story. Shouts out to Misery Box. Shouts out to ChavezzSlovakia. Shouts out to my fiance who's currently asleep. Shouts out to Funky Kick who just sent me a message on Discord. What is good, homie? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Crocs, 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 Crocs. I'm rocking Crocs. I'm rocking Crocs. I'm rocking Crocs. Wearing Crocs, boy. I'm rocking Crocs. I'm rocking Crocs. I'm rocking Crocs. Wearing Crocs, boy. My Crocs are gold. My pops is old. My Crocs got soul. My Crocs are bold. I go to church wearing Crocs. I'm always turned wearing Crocs. My Crocs are great. Your Crocs are lame. With my Crocs, I can cross a lake. Crocs, 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 Crocs.